been, and that information could be devastating were the enemy to find out. It moves me to know I've been trusted with it. Edelgard and those within the army, they really do trust me. Initially, I had my own motives for joining the Black Eagle Strike Force. But now, all I want is to support Edelgard.
It's hard to... No! I will not... You're trying... I'm sure it... When times are tough.
What?
Hey! Say now.
Yeah. All right. What's the matter, kid?
Welcome! Is that the one? Thanks a bunch. Come back soon.
Hey, come again.
Here's my thought.
What do you require? Farewell.
Okay.
Dimitri, the King of Farg, I am of the opinion that a man seized by such strong feelings, if he cannot, at any rate...
Hi there.
What do you think?
Hey.
Ferdinand, I hope you'll take this opportunity to speak freely to me.
I do not require your permission to speak my...
This is my favorite.
Ooh. This is my absolute favorite. How did you know, Professor?
I appreciate any good meal, but nothing beats enjoying my favorite food.
I think I like this, but it's been a while, so I'm not sure.
Eating delicious food really...
Since I abandoned my cut resolutely.
I've been in that Edelgard initial, but now
There is still more.
Professor. Apologies for bothering you so late. I just really wanted to speak with you. Thank you. You see, I've been feeling conflicted about my future. It may seem petty to worry about such things in the middle of a... This isn't something I open up about, feeling such a sense of inner turmoil while a war rages on, and others are fighting with all they have. Well, it feels a little selfish. The truth is, I've wanted to be a knight ever since I was a small child. Not just any knight, like one you might find serving within the castle guard, but a true knight. However, my father has always had different plans for me. He wants me to marry for the benefit of the Galatea family. Defying my father feels wrong. His burden has always been far greater. While he fed me extravagant meals, he subsisted on meager portions and watered-down soup. He never once complained, even though he must have been. Knowing his sacrifices, I've never been able to tell him of my dream of becoming a knight, although ultimately, I find myself betraying his wish. Now that I've parted ways with my father, there is nothing to stop me from pursuing my dream. But even if I do become a knight, I feel an unease deep within me. I fear I will never escape this guilt that I have shunned my duty as a noble. Of course not. We can't. Even with the academy days long behind us. Always listening to others. I really am grateful. I hope you'll always be here as a guide to everyone. Sometimes it's easy.
I see. My brother fought proudly to the end. He said something to me. I'm gonna see.
I never my now, Professor. I heard that we knew each other. I'm happy that you appreciate my efforts, but please don't touch it.
Really?
There are so many, in fact, especially since...
There is still more.
Well...
How have I... Professor, the infirmary.
There's a school study. I never.
Oh! How? Oh!
Looks like How best...
I've got it. It was... Thank you for helping me with my training again today, Professor. I'm gonna keep at it for a while longer, so you go on ahead. I can't. Not when I'm right on the cusp of using my power to greater potential. Surely you yourself are tired. Just don't worry about me, okay? I'm sorry, Professor. It was careless of me to continue, despite how fatigued I clearly was. I probably should have listened to you. Now I've made a mess of things. I can't help but feel the need to rush in all things constantly. You get that way when you realize you haven't got much time. 13 years ago, House Ordelia was involved in a civil conflict within the Empire. All we did was respond to a call for aid, but once the rebellion was crushed, my family was held responsible for the aid we gave, and the Empire gained some sway over us as at the time, the noble houses of the Alliance took a passive stance. No one lent aid to my family. As a result, some key officials within the family were among those people were some mysterious one after another. They captured and they began performing terrible rituals on the children. Though it's probably more accurate with the Empire monitoring our every move, my parents could do nothing but watch in horror as all of this unfolded. One after another. You know, my hair wasn't always this color. During their experiments, they'd been doing things with my blood. One morning, I awoke like this. A shock of white hair. All trace of pigment gone. Upon seeing me, the mages were delighted. They realized, sure enough, they ran a test. And losing pigment from my hair wasn't the only. The mages informed me that my lifespan was now 5 more years at most. Shortly thereafter, the mages lost interest in me. Since all that, our family has been in decline. It's challenging now even to govern our territory. After all my mother and father have suffered, I at least want them to have peace as they grow older. That is all I wish for. But I haven't much time to ensure it comes to pass. It's not like what's been done to me can be... Professor, the only way I can conceive of would be to remove... But I don't know if that's even remotely I wouldn't be of much use to you and the others without my... You sound resolved. I'll allow your resolve to bolster my own. Thank you, Professor.
Do you have a moment, Professor? I need to speak with you. Thank you so much. This is what I wanted to address. This letter from my adoptive father just arrived. Oh, have I not mentioned him? He's also the one who dragged me from the church where I was living, just so he could use my crest. My crest does not yet belong to a house, so he plans to use it as leverage to marry into the nobility. He's a very greedy man who was a roving merchant before adopting me, but now he's in the capital. This letter says that he's finally arranged to marry me off to a wealthy noble. I know he's just thinking of himself, but can't he see that this isn't a priority when we're at war? I don't know what to do about this proposal. I can't see any way around it, so I fear that I must. I just don't want to let go of the life that I've made. I know it's not what my heart wants, but I don't have the strength to say no. I believe I've mentioned this before, but I want to work in service of the church. Well, I suppose it doesn't necessarily have to be the church, but I want to help those in need. If I were to marry a noble, I think it would be difficult to It's just... I've always allowed myself to follow the whims of those above. I convinced myself that everything in life was at the will of the goddess. I was blind to reality. I believed it was her will to both pull me from the church and guide me to the officers' academy. The decision to enter this war was the first time I acted of my own free. My adoptive father opposed this decision, but I summoned. Still, I couldn't free myself of him completely. This letter is proof of that. It's not that I'm scared of him. I knew you'd understand. I've sat down to write a reply several times, but I can't muster up the courage. I was hoping you could provide me with the encouragement I need. If I don't, he'll go ahead with the arrangement. I suppose I must aim toward cutting him out of my life. Okay. I think that may have been just the push I was looking for. I'll tell him the truth. That I found a life worth pursuing. Maybe I should tell him I've fallen for someone else. Why, it's you, Professor. Isn't that obvious? I'm just teasing. Now I'm off to write this letter and stand my ground. Thank you for your encouragement.
You called? Thank you. Not bad. Oh? Sure. Oh? Very good. Yes. Very good. I look forward to the next battle. They seem to go smoothly under your control. Admiring my gloves? I always wear them. I never know when I'll have to handle a weapon. Oh? No. Yes. How's that? Oh? Huh. Professor. Yes. Huh. Huh. Huh? Yes. Oh? That's... Very good. Professor. Professor. Admiring my gloves? Huh. Not bad. That was delicious. Thank you. I'll visit again when I'm free.
We've finished without... This should prove useful. Wasted.
What's my strategy? It won't be in vain.
For the Empire!
Ready for anything.
Let's clean up. More fighting. Ready when you are. I can do no less! My duty is your death.
This is the cost of war.
Strike you down! Only thorns left on this rose. Thinning their numbers.
I'm awake.
I will prevail.
I'll cut through.
I'll cut a bloody path.
You're weak! Your death is not in vain.
What a bother.
It is done. Onward.
Hopefully.
Let's surprise them.
I will see this war through.
One of us has to die. Winning is what matters. Nice work. You are in my way! Not for myself, for everyone.
Do more!
Another victory.
Let's keep up the pace.
Unexpected.
Only thorns left on this rose. I'm I'll leave you breathless. Winning is what matters.
Each battle a victory.
Stop! I do not tolerate obstacles.
What's my strategy? All is going to plan.
Let's clean up. Going for the kill. Feels good to fight for a cause. More fighting.
Ready when you are.
Too slow. Only thorns left on this rose.
I'll cut through. I'll cut a bloody path.
What a bother.
You haven't earned my pity.
I will prevail.
Ready for anything. I will see this war through. I'm awake.
Not quite. Winning is what matters.
To survive, each battle a victory. For
A fine display.
Let's keep up the pace.
Bernie's just...
If I live, I fight.
One to remember. think I'd let you go?
Not. I'm impressed. I must lead them well.
This It's win or die.
Cornelia, I have a report from our scouts. The Imperial army that departed from Garreg Mach en route to the capital now appears to be marching here.
What did you just say?
The speed of the army's movement quickens. They will be here to invade within days. I just sent some of my troops to support the capital. It is likely to be a fierce fight.
How could this be? I have not heard a thing about... Oh, I understand now. I am the target.
You? Are you sure they do not mean to take Aryan Road for strategic reasons?
It would appear so from the outside. However, the circumstances are not that simple. And will you calm yourself? It will not be a fierce fight whatsoever. The sweet children I have prepared will protect Aryan Road well.
Cornelia.
Aryan Road is a fortress city that was built about 400 years ago. Originally a base on the front lines of the battle against the kingdom, it was built using Imperial money and technology.
However, the head of House Rowe secretly planned to betray the Empire. As the fortress neared completion, it was rebuilt as a base to defend against the Empire. When the fortress was completed, House Rowe declared its vassalage to the kingdom.
Since then, Aryan Road has never fallen. Not once. The beautiful white walls that protected against its enemies have earned it the nickname, the Silver Maiden. In the end, that is all it is to the Empire. The Silver Maiden stands as a bitter memory.
We will now be destroying that memory. The past is the past. Now is now.
A fortress that has never fallen.
How savage of you. And yet, let us take the sturdy Aryan Road and continue our march against the kingdom.
Unfortunately, it will soon no longer... The Silver Maiden's iron skin is about to be damaged. It's sad.
Is it silver or iron? Use your language with clarity, please.
Really, Lynn, there must be a better way to say that. Since we are attacking a heavily guarded place, we must take extra care to prevent allies from getting in.
Thank you, everyone. I'm counting on all of you. Now, let's resume our advance.
This battle is for the future of Fodlan.
much.
In order to secure a successful invasion of Ferdiad, Edelgard launches a raid on the fortress city of Arianrode, which occupies a key position on the border. At Arianrode, a mage serving House Blathid, named Cornelia, and the head of House Fraldarius, Rodrigue, strengthen their defenses.
How could they deceive me and close in on Arya? But it's not like I'm just going to stand by and watch. I will slaughter them all.
So this is the Silver Maiden. Seeing it with my own eyes, I finally understand, especially the fact that its strength is distributed across its frontal defense. We'll attack the front and keep our enemy occupied.
Titaness, my lovely dolls. Seek out the enemy and destroy. End of the chat.
Are those Cornelia's magical weapons? Impressive.
More fighting.
What's my strategy?
I'll cut through.
I will prevail.
I'll cut a bloody path.
For the Empire!
I'm awake.
Ready when you are.
Ready for anything.
I will not back down one step!
A boon for our future.
Let's clean up.
At your service.
I am in the name. Prepare yourself. Now's my chance.
You took me lightly.
It was meant to be.
Pointless.
Leave my thought!
You fought well.
Traps awaiting us inside the castle. What a nuisance. But with such large-scale traps, there must be some...
Tread carefully.
Feels like...
So this is it? Your Majesty, please bring us victory.
Well done.
will see this war through.
Does a whelp like you really expect to kill me? I am Gwendol, the Grey Lion, a knight by the hand of Count Rowe. Do you?
No time for pity. I'm
For the Empire!
Traps are still functional. There must be more of these devices.
Going for the kill.
Thinning their numbers. Not what I was hoping.
Not for myself, for everyone.
You're weak!
Feels good to fight for a cause. It's win or die.
You haven't earned my pity.
Just like that. Here is something to believe in! It won't be in vain.
I could learn from that.
You down!
Only thorns left on this rose. Thanks so much.
Going for the kill.
Thinning their numbers.
A waste of time.
Let's keep up the pace.
plan. I will help too.
You forced my hand.
A boon for our future.
Missed. Stay down.
exploit their weak spot.
I have a strategy.
Marvel at our strategy.
No.
Require aid?
Use what you have.
Going for the kill.
Feels good to fight for a cause.
For Bridget, I find... at peace.
Here's the plan.
Her will demands it.
The only possible outcome.
Thinning their numbers. I'd hoped.
I'll cut a bloody path.
More fighting.
Ready when you are. I aim for greatness. Let's clean up.
Not so fast!
For the Empire! This battle is your last! I do not tolerate obstacles.
At your service.
So, what's my strategy?
I'll cut through.
I will prevail.
Aw, but here you
Ready for anything. This is the cost of war.
Who's next? For now.
Leave my sight! Alright, next.
So this is as far as I could get.
I'm stronger than before.
All is in accordance with this carefully crafted script of ours. What a masterpiece! What a delightful dance!
Victory is ours. Aryan Road has fought. Another army will take control of Aryan Road. As for us, we will take all of the military force we can muster and advance to the kingdom capital of Ferdiad. It won't be long before all of Fodlan is unified. Everyone, this is our last push. Our goal is within reach. What turn of events has brought you so suddenly to Garreg Mach, Uncle?
Well, my business in the old Alliance territory had roughly finished. I wanted to see the face of my niece, who so bravely took Aryan Road. I have heard that it was done with truly magnificent tact, and that you even deceived some of your allies.
I'm happy to have earned your praise. However, to say that I deceived my allies is a bit misleading. I despise leaks of information, and there may have been a church rat hiding amongst our ranks.
Ah, I see. However, there are some unfortunate consequences. Cornelia surely planned to betray them, but she has been struck down. Truly wasteful meddling. Unless... was it your intention to kill her?
Professor, don't joke about that. The only ones we came to kill were our enemies. She used a terrible magic weapon. Dolls that she could move and fight with. Did you know about them?
Well now, if that were the case, would it not have been better to keep her as an ally? If you are only capable of such imprudence, this dark cloud might hang over the Empire's future as well.
Thank you for your concern. However, I will sweep aside any darkness that comes our way.
I will be praying. Praying that the Empire will not become another Aryan Road.
Another Aryan Road? Just what do you mean?
I must take my leave now. Farewell.
Lady Edelgard, there you are. We just received some truly shocking news. It is said that pillars of light have rained from the heavens and disintegrated Aryan Road.
Disintegrated?
Why would he do that? Was Lord Arundel just here? So that would mean...
Hubert, give me the full report.
My apologies. I, of all people, should be able to control my discomposure. The pillars of light descended and exploded, resulting in the complete destruction of the main building and the north wall. It is believed that all key people within House Row, including its leader, were killed. Of the Imperial officers and men we kept at Aryan Road, about a third are unaccounted for.
It can't be true. So, this is my uncle's trump card. In exchange for striking down Cornelia, he has destroyed Aryan Road.
Perhaps we acted too soon in our disposal of Cornelia.
No. If we'll be fighting them soon, there's no disadvantage to weakening their forces. It's also extremely valuable that we forced them to show their hand. Hubert, the investigation you made into the legend of Eolel, the Valley of Torment, this is likely what took place back then as well.
Yes. The probability is high. North of Garrigmach, there is a valley where the earth is always aflame. Once javelins of light fell from the sky there. He pierced the earth and set the forest ablaze, creating a land of torment. We believed it may have been the work of the goddess. But it was actually an attack by those who slither in the dark. That sums up all that we know.
By gifting us that knowledge, those who died at Aryan Road will not have died in vain.
Indeed. It would be good to control the flow of this information.
True. We'll conceal this from everyone as best we can. I trust you, my teacher. I'm sure everyone has heard about what transpired at Aryan Road. The Church has displayed their cowardice by indiscriminately using forbidden practices to kill the residents there. Their victims also include members of House Row, the Imperial Army, and many, many more.
According to our investigation, the forbidden attack that destroyed Aryan Road cannot be used again so quickly. Even so, we cannot delay our efforts. We must put a stop to all of this by the end of next month. The leader of one of the Imperial factions has already initiated an attack on the Fraldarius territory lost by Rodrigue. Soon, all obstacles blocking our path to Ferdiad will have vanished.
A cornered animal is at its most deadly. We must move quickly. Next, we march through the Tailteen Plains. After that, we destroy Ferdiad. At that time, complete Imperial control over Fodlan will finally be a reality.
Oh, I'm shaking with excitement. Bring on the battle!
I understand that a confrontation is inevitable. Still, I wonder if there's some path we could take that would cause less suffering.
This is the only path for the goal we are reaching for. And so we must keep walking on. We are walking down the path to a better...
A cornered church? Well, count me out from any forbidden sorcery that can destroy. If only there was an easier way to get more information.
You are as negative as usual, Linhardt. We have but one order: to emerge victorious.
We're going to win this. We really are. After all, if we lose, everything will be terrible forever. Oh, no way.
There's a lot to worry about, but I'm sure it will all work out.
Part 2. Crimson Flower. Great Tree Moon. Field of Revenge. With the capture of Aryan Road complete, the Imperial Army moves to invade the kingdom capital. They plot to send troops toward now vulnerable House Fraldarius territory and plan to attack Ferdiad from two sides.
So, Aryan Road has fallen. Rodrigue, I swear that I will not allow your death to be in vain.
The scouts have just now returned. Seems the Imperial Army is marching toward the kingdom capital. Are you certain about this, Dmitri? As king, do you think it wise to intercept them yourself?
No need to worry yourself. Even if I am defeated, the Blathed bloodline will live on. And the kingdom's territory has never been rich in resources. If the castle falls under siege, our loss is inevitable. I will deploy my army onto the plains and wait for the enemy. Please, position your forces so that they can flank the Imperial Army.
Yes. Given the present situation, making the plains our battlefield is a logical choice. I have no objection. However,
there is only one person I am after. I have no interest in any other prey.
I will take you at your word. Erasing the other child's existence is my task, and mine alone. I will get you back, Mother. I promise.
What do you think, Lady Edelgard? Will they shut themselves inside of Ferdiad?
They will try to intercept us. Of course, Ferdiad will not fall so easily. Even so, if we were to cut off their supply line with a large army, it would eventually fall. It makes much more sense for them to wager everything on a victory at the Tailtean Plains. The same plains where the so-called divine Saros defeated Nemesis, the King of Liberation, in a comeback victory over 1,000 years ago. And about 400 years ago, the hero Lug created the kingdom by defeating the Emperor of the time on those very plains. Their goal must be to recreate that scene.
Yes, I suppose so. Although the Imperial Army is powerful, if we were to compare the strength of our best to the best of the Knights of Saros, we would likely come up short. The Kingdom's army and House Blathed are also renowned for their unmatched persistence. On the battlefield, it can be assumed that their one and only goal will be to strike you down.
Are you telling me to stay off the battlefield?
Naturally. You are their aim, Your Majesty. You must know it only makes sense to keep you out of their reach.
And you must know that, at a time like this, I absolutely cannot withdraw.
Of course I know that. That is why I will refrain from asking you again to stay away from the battlefield.
The Immaculate One, descendants of the 10 elites, and other extremely fearsome foes await us. But with the help of our friends, we have a chance of defeating them. We're the only ones who can. Within our group, I am included among those with the kind of strength we need to win. I absolutely will not remove myself from the front lines. Professor, you have that same strength as well, whether or not you realize it yet. Please, don't get yourself killed trying to protect me. Until the very end, we'll survive this trial together. Understood?